Sony's presentation spoke true to the saying, that a console is only as good as the games you can play on it. And Sony really showcased the good depth and breadth of the upcoming catalog, including confirmation, on the must-haves like Grand Theft Auto and a number of in-house creations and exclusives. I thought introducing the discless version, the digital edition as they called it, was particularly interesting because it will potentially give some pricing psychology wiggle room to PlayStation as it's about to launch an expensive piece of hardware into a deep recession. I think PlayStation is really kind of doing everything it can at the moment to play to its strengths and manage the issues it can control. But also, unfortunately, at the same time, right now, the macro trends around the wider sector and the wider economy are such that there are really quite a few things PlayStation can't control, and those could come up as headwinds against the release in the winter holiday period.
Karol, you mentioned there pricing as well. We didn't get that from Sony at the moment, but what are your expectations around prices? A lot of concern this could be an extremely expensive piece of hardware that puts a lot of people off from buying.
Absolutely, and so while we haven't gotten a price point, unfortunately, yet, the general consensus, of estimates is around of the sort of $400 to $500 mark is, I guess, the expectation. But, the console launches were, going to have their complications even without this crisis. And kind of, I would say this is sort of less about the Xbox versus PlayStation and more about the sort of consoles versus the new game streaming services such as Google Stadia. They are coming in and they're offering more affordable and more device-agnostic solutions. The one thing that I guess is good for the timing for the PS launch is that, the outbreak has actually already forced Amazon's game streaming service plans, Project Tempo, to be delayed until 2021, which is, certainly positive for the console launches, provided that they really end up launching in 2020. So far, so good, but, you never know. But just as you pointed out, either way, if they're going to launch in sort of $500 products, they will still have to potentially face adverse consumer spending conditions during the winter holiday.